Welcome to What the Tech. We are the channel that delivers the freshest technology news with useful explanations and in-depth analysis without the bias or hesitancy to get you straight to the point. We cut through the hype and spin to bring you news you can use. Today, we're diving into a highly urgent data drop from Anthropic regarding the very near future of software development. Let's get into it.
To really understand why this isn't just some far-off sci-fi fantasy, take a look at this staggering number, greater than 80%. Back in May, over 80% of the code merged into Anthropic's own internal repositories was actually authored by their AI model Claude. You heard that right. AI is already writing the bulk of the code at a leading AI lab.
So here is our roadmap for today. First, AI is building AI. Second, recursive self-improvement. Third, the verification dilemma. And finally, news you can use.
Section 1. AI is building AI, the empirical data behind the warning.
We are honestly witnessing a massive productivity explosion right now. Engineers are currently shipping about 8 times more code per quarter compared to the 2021 to 2025 average. That's basically like turning an entire week's worth of work into a single afternoon. And they're achieving this huge jump by delegating vast amounts of coding, debugging, and research directly to these frontier models.
And this creates a very clear, undeniable progression. Improvements in a standard chatbot like Step 1 with Claude directly fuel Step 2, better, more capable AI coding agents. Then those agents rapidly evolve into Step 3, which is fully autonomous agents. The technology is literally accelerating its own development.
Section 2. Recursive self-improvement. The feedback loop.
So, recursive self-improvement, or RSI, is a process where AI systems autonomously design, build, test, and train more capable successors completely on their own without human intervention. We are talking about a very near future scenario where the next version of Claude could literally be built by the version that came right before it. And hey, real quick before we move on, if you're finding this explainer valuable, please take a second to like and subscribe to the What the Tech channel so we can keep bringing you these focused, no-nonsense updates. As Anthropic's Jack Clark clearly points out here, the empirical data tells us the exact opposite of an AI plateau. Massive acceleration is coming. And while he notes that this holds incredible promise for things like science and medicine, it absolutely requires immediate, serious planning from our organizations and societies to handle the impact.
And the context builds incredibly fast. Back in December 2025, OpenAI flagged this specific recursive self-improvement risk, warning of the dangers if researchers don't share information. By May, Anthropic hit their 80% milestone of AI-authored code. The next impending stop on this timeline is the near future, where AI systems autonomously train their own successors.
Section 3. The verification dilemma, the governance challenge.
Which brings us to a massive dilemma. Can we verify what an AI builds before it builds it all? I really want you to tell us what you think in the comments below. Do you believe humanity can actually build the tools to verify these incredibly complex AI systems fast enough to keep up with their current speed of development? Let's hear your thoughts on this.
Now, there is some deeply complex geopolitical game theory at play here. A unilateral pause, where a single lab simply stops development on its own, doesn't solve the problem at all. It just hands leadership straight over to competitors. And this is exactly why Anthropic is urgently demanding a multilateral option instead. They want cross-national cooperation with verifiable mechanisms to intentionally slow frontier development down if it becomes necessary.
The roadblock to that multilateral option, however, is heavily technical. You simply can't track compute power as easily as physical materials. Hiding a massive AI training run in a nondescript, windowless data center is incredibly easy compared to trying to hide an entire nuclear facility. This reality makes verification a massive diplomatic and technical hurdle.
Section 4. News you can use. Practical implications for tech teams.
So what does all this high-level policy and frontier model acceleration actually mean for your daily workflow right now? Well, for engineers, this data means you must immediately prepare for much faster iteration cycles. You're going to be managing a code base that is majority AI-generated. Because of that, you've got to invest heavily in robust code review, strict provenance tracking to know exactly what generated what, and deep test automation to catch the subtle failures that model-written code might introduce. And for product and security teams, the shift is just as dramatic. You need to treat AI-authored outputs as a brand new threat surface requiring entirely new defenses. You've got to add rigorous runtime monitoring, ensure completely reproducible builds, and mandate independent audits for anything safety critical. We have to demand and build these technical verification tools cross-industry right now.
To wrap up this explainer, I'll leave you with this final provocative thought. The data proves the shift toward AI building AI is not just some prediction, it is already happening. As AI development accelerates beyond human hands, will society be able to build the verification tools we absolutely need before the machines fully take the wheel? Thank you for learning with us today on What the Tech. Keep questioning and stay focused.